Good morning, kids. I'm Mr. Barry, and I teach at the Madison campus. Before we get to our Bible lesson, make sure to remind your parents to check out our Children's Ministry Facebook page. We've got a cool video on there that shows you our new building in Madison with a tour of the children's wing. I think you're going to enjoy it. If you remember from last week, Samuel anointed Saul as king over Israel. But it wasn't long before Saul's disobedience led God to reject him as king. God sent Samuel to Bethlehem to meet Jesse because God had chosen one of Jesse's sons to be Israel's king. When Samuel saw Jesse's oldest son, Eliab, he thought, this must be the one God has chosen. He was tall and handsome, so why wouldn't God choose someone like that? But God doesn't make decisions like people do. The Lord told Samuel not to focus on Eliab's appearance or his height because he had rejected him. Man looks on the outward appearance, he said, but the Lord looks on the heart. Jesse made 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, but Samuel said to Jesse, the Lord has not chosen these. Jesse told Samuel about his youngest son David, who was tending the sheep. When he came in, God said, this is the one. Samuel appointed David, and the Spirit of the Lord was with David. He did not become king right away since he was still young, and Saul was still on the throne. One day, David was at the battle where the Philistines were preparing to fight the Israelites. The Philistines had a great warrior named Goliath, and none of the Israelites wanted to fight him. David said, I'll fight him, and he trusted God to keep him safe. David chose 5 smooth stones and ran toward Goliath with the stones and a slingshot. He slung a rock and hit Goliath in the forehead. Goliath fell face down, and David killed him. The Israelites won the battle, and the Philistines ran away. David did not look like a king or a mighty warrior, but God chose him to be king over Israel and gave him victory over Goliath. This story points to Christ because we need him to fight for us. We cannot save ourselves. Only he can give us victory over sin and death. Be sure to talk to your parents or ask them any questions you might have about this story. I'm sure they'd love to read this passage together with you. That's all for today. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday.